Possibly the biggest market crash we've seen so far on College Football 25 Ultimate Team. Multiple positions and multiple players are way down in price. Let's break it all down. First though, let's take a look and recap the Ultimate Alumni content we got today, starting off with the two champions. First up, Lamar Jackson, the headliner of this set, going for around 525k right now. Kind of unanimously now the best quarterback in the game with 86 speed. He's a righty as well, right? Loved by a lot of players. And the other champion is Myles Garrett, the right end. He is very affordable at around 150,000 coins for an 86 overall. He is the cheapest 86 overall in the game by a landslide. Honestly, I think if Lamar Jackson wasn't this week's champion, Myles Garrett would have been a little bit more hyped up. Now, his card isn't the best, only 82 speed, but I always see Myles Garrett as more of a defensive tackle in Ultimate Team game modes because he never has the speed, I think, that I like on the edges, but at D tackle, he'd be one of the fastest in the game. And then your LTDs, probably a little bit more underwhelming this week than last week. We got Christian McCaffrey. I would call him like mini Judkins, right? He doesn't have the 89 speed, but got 87 speed. Not going for a ton for an LTD, if I'm being honest, going for around 450,000 coins. So again, right in between Judkins and like Ollie Gordon. In terms of running back, you kind of choose what budget of player you want to do, 85 speed, 87 speed, or 89 speed. And their other LTD, is Roquan Smith, middle linebacker. And really the only problem I have with it is not the card, it's just the fact that we've gotten so many middle linebackers within the past week. We got Eric Kendricks last Friday, and then after that, we've seen 4 middle linebackers, in my opinion, better than Eric Kendricks in the form of Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis, Bradley Chubb, and I guess a fifth now, Roquan Smith. He is going for only 400,000 coins. So again, the LTDs, a little bit cheaper this week, but in my opinion, not as good. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins in College Football 25, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky. Possibly the best thing, though, EA did today was more for the pack spenders. They finally gave out a full champion for those that wanted to spend $100 in the packs. Again, I never encourage spending money on the game, but I did feel like people that were dropping, some hard-earned dollars we're definitely getting finessed when it came to the bundle topper, seeing 80, 82 plus, and 83 plus on the older, pack bundles. Finally, we got a full topper in the 85 plus for the 12,000 Ultimate Alumni Premium Bundle. They did also update the price on the Ultimate Alumni Training Pack from 500, I believe, all the way up to 700. So not as high as the In Case You Missed a Training Pack, but a little bit up. Again, they have to account for 86 overalls and 87 overalls being in the pack now. And then finally, in some gameplay news, they did mention on the breakdown, like the Good Morning Madden version of College Football Ultimate Team, solo battles is being worked on by the development team, and hopefully they'll have an update soon. And I guess you would say the worst thing that happened today had to do with Gauntlet. Unfortunately, they reverted back, or they fixed it essentially. Gauntlet now, you're only able to run through it one time a weekend. Last weekend, it was repeatable. You still had to pay 50,000 coins to repeat it, but it was a fun way for those that wanted to grind the game on the weekend to get a lot of coins. Now, I think Unlimited might have been a little bit overpowered, but I still would think like 3 to 4 opportunities a weekend is good, especially if you're not that good of a player. You're probably never going to sniff that 87 overall Aiden White. And again, I understand it's for the best of the best, but I still would like to see, you can lose 2 games, right? Your Gauntlet run could be over in 45 minutes, so I would like to see at minimum like 2 to 3 chances a weekend, or maybe even 1 a day. But let's break down the market changes a little bit more, because there were some significant drops on certain positions. Now, we knew wide receiver and middle linebacker were going to see some drops, starting with Mike Evans. Got all the way up to 400,000 coins. I think it was yesterday or the day before, right? His set technically got put back into the game, and now he's at around 180k. The cheapest I ever saw him today was 150k. Of course, I didn't pull the trigger. I'm too worried about flipping high overall cards. But yeah, he's actually now back down to 169, 170k. Still one of the best receivers in the game. I think the best receiver for your money's worth, right? Raw Thomas is still 300k. Moss and Burden are 700, 800k, whereas Mike Evans only 160, right, for 85 speed. You're not going to beat that. So again, I would re-pick him up for your team if you did sell him wisely before today. And then Eric Kendricks, man, we knew he was going to drop in price. And I actually kind of thought he was going to drop this cheap. I know 75, 80k is probably unheard of, you guys thought before today, but there's only 4 cards in that set champion pack, and he was the worst of the 4. He was going to get pulled off. Then I actually pulled 5 of the set champion packs with my investments this morning, and I started out pulling Mike Evans, then I pulled back-to-back Eric Kendricks, and then finally I got Myles Garrett and Lamar Jackson. But Eric Kendricks is 85k, and we're seeing the effects not only on Eric Kendricks, but also other middle linebackers, right? Brian Urlacher is now down to like 150k. He was 180k. what's it called, last night. Even Ray Lewis, or there's a 136k up for a few minutes. Ray Lewis now under 200k. He was 270k just this past day. Now, I would not buy these cards. I would not buy any legends right now. Wait until Sunday. We will see a very similar drop, similar to the In Case You Missed It market crash on Wednesday, where the 85 overall In Case You Missed It cards, right, all dropped almost half in price, or at least, 40%. We're going to see the same thing on Sunday when they give the 286s into the set. All the 85 overall legends are going to crash in price once again. And the other position I would say that massively dropped that I would take advantage of is the quarterback position, right? Pat White, 250k yesterday. He's under 150k. And there's a bunch of 84 overall quarterbacks and 85 overall quarterbacks that I think are still really good cards that have dropped significantly. I'm going to bring them up right here. We've got, if we eventually can find him, Jalen Daniels had been going for I sold one for 300k yesterday. He's going for 165k. You have, where is he? Salter right here, or yeah, Salter. Caden Salter was going for 365k. I got a sale 2 days ago. He's under 200,000 coins. Pretty much mini Lamar Jackson. He's got 84 speed, doesn't hit any throwing thresholds, but you're paying, a third of the cost of Lamar Jackson. And finally, like the Chandler Rogers, the California quarterback, I think the best overall base quarterback in the game, who was, again, going for 350k. I've been able to pick him up under 200,000 coins. So if you've been waiting out for a quarterback, or you were expecting to buy Lamar Jackson but can't afford him, there's a bunch of, sorry for Mike, there's a bunch of different cheap, like, alternative options. You also have that Will Campbell, or not Will Campbell, the Will Howard, I believe his name is, the quarterback for Ohio State. He's a free option. You get level 10, level 30. So bunch of moves you can make to upgrade your team for a very affordable price. Last thing I want to talk about in the market, though, is more so your 85 and 86 overall In Case You Missed It players, because we're seeing some crazy fluctuations up and down across all real promo cards. But I'll start with the In Case You Missed It 85s and 86s. 86 wise, the lower guys haven't really moved much today, right? O'Connell still 200, Watson low 200s, Chubb hovering around 300,000 coins. I luckily got him for 265 late last night. But the big risers today, and this is, again, a trend we're going to see probably every single week, and not only in college football, but in Madden. Minka Fitzpatrick and Derwin James were both at around 400,000 coins right when content first released. And as the day has gone on, they have risen back up to 500k and 600k respectively. Again, people are building their teams for Gauntlet. They are getting coins from Gauntlet. The weekend is going to be that time when the high-end market rises every single time. So the most popular players, the best players in the game, they're the ones that are going to see the biggest jumps Friday and especially going into Saturday. But that's going to be all for this video. Let me know down in the comments what pickups you guys made on the auction house during this crazy crash. Only thing I would say, make sure you don't buy legends. They are going to crash. The 85 legends, that is, they are definitely going to crash on Sunday. So hold off picking up those players if you want them for your team. Should be able to get them at quite the discount Sunday morning, which I think content now is supposed to be at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday, not 1:30 a.m. Eastern time. Hopefully they stick to their word and release the content on time. But again, that's all for this video. Comment if you have any questions, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.